I'm sure people are going to be feeling really old after I say this, but 19 years ago, today, SpongeBob the movie released into theaters. I think I can go without saying, but I will say it anyways because this is a video, that SpongeBob, even in the bad years, is still an icon to this day and will forever be in animation history. Sure, it's dipped in quality over the years, but still going back to some of those really older episodes, I still sometimes laugh really out loud. There are still moments throughout the entire series that still get me from time to time. And man, I feel really old with the knowledge that this movie that I grew up with is 19 years old. But the SpongeBob movie is just pure brilliance even to today's standards. A couple weeks ago, I think almost a month ago, I talked about the South Park movie and how well of an adaptation it was from an original source being a TV show. So I thought, why not do it again, but with SpongeBob, especially that it's actually the anniversary of it. I'm actually on time for something. Yay! So let's start with the beginning by talking about the end. The SpongeBob movie was originally going to be the end of the series as a whole. But obviously, we know that that wasn't the case because of how successful this movie was and how successful the seasons were. Nickelodeon wasn't going to cancel their most popular show, so of course it got more and more seasons throughout the years. Still going on today. And I'm going to be the first one to say that the SpongeBob movie is not the best movie or animated movie of all time. I mean, it's definitely up there, but it's just not the level that South Park the movie was able to bring. But honestly, I can't really compare SpongeBob to South Park because they are really different shows. So I'm going to try and avoid that. I'm going to assume everyone's already seen the SpongeBob movie, and if you haven't, perfect time to go watch it because of the anniversary. But starting this off, I'm going to say something personal to me. And that is, I grew up on SpongeBob. My entire childhood was based around SpongeBob. It would be the number one show that I'd go to after school or after getting home from going store shopping with my mom or something. So I'd like to say that I do kind of have a bias to this movie, but I want to talk about just why exactly this is just pure fun. It brings me back to those childhood days, even now, years and years later after this movie released. And I think the reason why this is so much fun is the respect that this movie has for the show. I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't think SpongeBob and Patrick's friendship has ever been this strong since this movie. Every single interaction that SpongeBob and Patrick have throughout this movie is just pure comedy gold sometimes, and it's just so fun to watch. Obviously, they get in a lot of mischief, and it's just, for some reason, even still to this day, I have so much fun watching the all bubble-blowing babies will be beaten senseless by every able-bodied patron in the bar. It's such a funny scene, and it's taken really seriously, which adds to the comedy to it. Especially when they turn on the song, and Patrick and SpongeBob are foaming at the mouth, trying not to sing along. I relate to this so hard. Literally me listening to the SpongeBob intro, though. Honestly, it's just so funny. And obviously, the whole story, revolving why they're leaving Bikini Bottom is just, really entertaining, too. I love the adventure that they take and every single twist and turn that they have along the way. Now That We're Men is honestly, one of my favorite songs just ever because of how funny it is to watch and just how, honestly, catchy it is. And then, obviously, we get to the end and we have Goofy Goober Rock, which, honestly, I did not know was a real song until, a couple months ago when I actually heard the original song. I was like, wait a minute, that's SpongeBob. What do you mean? This movie does so much right that I feel like any generation of kids or even adults could find entertainment value in it. Their comedic timing is always amazing, and they do such an excellent job at the animation. It's crazy that this movie came out 19 years ago. Why has it been so long? And as I've been making this video, I've kind of been thinking that, I honestly don't know if I've seen another movie that is as fun as this one. This is just radiating with energy and comedy and just pure fun that I'd honestly say this might be the funnest movie I've ever seen, if that makes any sense. I mean, obviously a good message in a movie is always a good thing, but honestly, I'm not really 100% sure what the SpongeBob movie's message is. And I think it's perfectly fine if I don't know, because this movie is so good. like, I know I've been reminiscing on my nostalgia for this, but I feel like maybe a lot of you out there can agree with me on some of this stuff. The SpongeBob movie is so easily rewatchable as well, and it's just brings me back to those good days where I don't have to worry about a lot of my worries today. The SpongeBob movie is one of my comfort movies of all time. It's so fun, energetic, comedic gold, honestly. I mean, if you seriously have not seen it, I'd 100% recommend it. Thank you so much for listening to me talk once again. Go check out some of my other videos if you haven't seen them already. I'm starting to actually, like, be more efficient with my uploads and stuff like that. Yeah, thank you. Bye.